We don't move in the same circles. Nevertheless,
Such as...
such as myself.
You seem to be very comfortable taking charge, Major. You took the reins as soon as things went south.
I simply made an executive decision that someone needed to take control of the situation.
No, quite the opposite. We feel much safer for it. By the way, what does Major mean exactly? Is it a pretty high rank?
I still find it hard to believe there's a murderer among us. Just last night, I imagined we were like classmates.
There's no guarantee that you can
Alright, that was my bad. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't think it through. Luckily, no one suspected my... Oh, phew. It's just you. I thought someone was eavesdropping.
Since Vodianitsa and I were on the same page earlier, I think I should share my thoughts with the Rokot members first.
Whoa. Are you serious? I don't know if this counts as gossip, but it's definitely on track to be the juiciest this whole year. Odette? Really?
Actually, it's exactly what you'd expect.
And now that you mention it, what are we up to now? 1, 2, 3... Odette's identities. She's my coworker, specifically a ballerina, and also a Fatous, a member of the Rokot. Now, Lelek. It must be so exhausting. I just want to give her a hug. I guess since I've always known her as a member of the Fatui, it never even crossed my mind that she could be involved with the Rokot. I don't understand. If she's with the Fatui...
Probably best if you ask her that in person.
Well, since you waited until now to bring this up Yeah. Lelek may not follow or... We need to confront her face to...
Do you think she'd really admit to being...
I don't know. Well... Now's her chance. Odette's alone. Let's go. Hey, Odette.
What is it, you guys?
Shh. Keep your voice down. We need to talk. So, you're Lelek, aren't you? Alright, fine. You don't have to say anything or explain yourself. Just hear me out first. None of us believes you'd kill innocent people. Whoever murdered those 2 people last night, it wasn't you. The Traveler was the first to figure out your identity. Still, it's clear where the group consensus is heading. Everyone believes Lelek is the culprit. We're your colleagues, and we know what kind of person... So...
Alright. Yes, I'm Lelek. And no, I'm not the murderer. And thanks, but I don't need you to cover for me.
Huh? You're gonna reveal that you're Lelek? Here?
That's right. I'll admit I was surprised at first when Shuganov guessed that I was here. It was just a lucky guess, but it caught me off. But after taking some time to assess the situation and
are you sure Mr. Valeri! What?!
So... Odette is Lelek?
I don't know what game you're playing, but you've got a lot of nerve.
It's just one identity. So what if it's exposed? I made my peace with this when I chose, but more importantly, I promise I am not the murderer. So, if anyone still insists that I did this, you'd best produce the evidence now. Otherwise, I suggest that you bite your tongue. Because if you really believe I killed 2 people without making a sound or leaving a trace...
Is this really the truth, Miss That's confidence, all right.
A real no-nonsense attitude.
Are you seriously buying this?
I do have one question, Miss
If I didn't say anything, everyone would be focusing all their efforts on finding Lelek. And that is exactly what the real culprit wants.
Despite all the accusations, she made the smart choice. A remarkable display of rational thinking under pressure. Clearly, Odette's talent extends far beyond the art of dance.
She thought so far ahead.
You've convinced me. Dealing with the murder case remains the top. Nevertheless, the group still considers you the prime suspect.
I understand. You're welcome to keep an eye on me around the clock.
Mr. Chuganov?
For my wife and...
Lelek guard team, and Lelek too.
Turns out Valeri knew about my exploits, so now I've been told I have to guard Lelek with him.
Shouldn't you be facing my way if you're guarding me? At the moment, it looks more like you're my bodyguards.
If the true culprit is indeed still at large, as you have claimed, we must keep our guard up against them also.
Don't worry, Tonya. We'll get through this. Once the snow stops, the officials will step in. But... You're gonna miss us, huh?
Really, Miss Vodyanitsa?
Aw, you're so cute, Tonya. All right, let's swear to it. I promise to give you the pass, and you promise to never change your mind about being my fan.
Promise.
Don't indulge her, Tonya. You don't...
You really do get carried away sometimes, don't you, Miss Vodyanitsa?
Hey, mind your own business.
Don't be nervous, Miss Water Imp. Everyone's here. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Excuse me? Do I look nervous? Don't be ridiculous.
No. You sound nervous, lass.
Oh. Wait, but how... Okay, plenty of people know that I'm a water imp, but still... How come you understand our primary mode of expression?
Primary mode of expression.
Well, it's just... We want the emotions we convey through song take
I'm impressed, Shram.
It's not about being cultured or not, and yet, you're clearly...
It's really not the big deal you're making it out to be. I think I just have a knack for it. Plus, I have a... very close friend who's a water imp. A delightful lady. Anyway, we spent so much time together that before I knew it, I know...
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Still, the fact that you have a water imp friend is even more surprising.
Hey, what are you implying? You're not secretly insulting the...
Heavens! Why would I do a thing like that?
It's getting late. We should discuss our sleeping arrangement.
I suggest that we don't sleep in separate quarters tonight.
As long as someone keeps an eye...
Are you saying that you wish to bet your life on Miss Odette being the killer?
Nonsense. Of course.
Then I propose the following arrangement for tonight. The Traveler, Odette, and I will form the Night Watch. We'll sleep in...
An excellent idea. This allows us to handle the night watch while also keeping an eye on Lelek. I expect that plan took you quite some time to come up with, didn't it?
Actually, our field combat manual outlines a similar approach. That being said, I must clarify that I harbor no disrespect towards you personally, Miss Odette. In fact, Lelek's numerous covert operations make fine textbook examples for military agents.
I care less about respect and more about the fact that you just robbed me of 2/3 of my sleep tonight. I'm calling dibs on being the first to rest.
It's almost time. We should wake Odette. How are you faring? Oh, not going to argue with that.
It's finally time for Odette and I to share the night watch. I came here to get information from her in the first place.
How long are you gonna keep staring at me? Couldn't sleep. Plus, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. I had a hunch that you wanted to converse. I just had a simple question for you, Rosaline. In her final moments, did she have any last words or anything? I see. Well, that was all. I have no other questions. No. She was utterly ruthless in pursuing her goals. That kind of person should be hard to miss. And yet, even though I never approved of her methods, and she was an abrasive person, the fact remains that I am indebted to her. Oh, she told you. I guess that makes sense. Yes. Rosaline wasn't the kind to gossip about that. When I was a child, I had to join the Fatui for the sake of... It was extremely grueling. And it didn't exactly come naturally to me. All I could do was try to ignore the biting cold and practice. I was a newcomer who'd managed to make a good first impression on a harbinger. There was pressure to look. Every day was a struggle against the cold, pain, and fatigue. After enduring all that, I've become almost immune to the sensation of pain. I suppose that was the cost of survival. Surely, any child who had to experience that would grow to hate her lot in life, don't you think? So, I put an equal amount of effort into my ballet. It was my way of telling her, the Fatui's demands and your expectations of me are not what I wish for. I think she probably blamed my poor performance in training on my passion for ballet. She knew my heart wasn't in it. One time, when I was secretly practicing a dance at night, she suddenly showed up. I told her, "You don't deserve to watch the dance I learned from my mother." She looked stunned. I guess she was surprised that I lashed out first, but strangely enough, on that occasion, she wasn't fierce with me like she was. After that, she never interfered with my dancing or asked me how it was going. She never came to watch me dance again. She was. But even now, whenever I take out this core Ignis, I can't help but think of that night. Of the sort of. Although gift might be too kind a term. This is her flame sealed within ice. She knew the location of every piece of core Ignis. If any recipient started acting suspiciously, she'd be onto them immediately. So, when news of Rosaline's death reached Snezhnayaaa, but I kept mine. With my sensitivity to pain being as dull as it is, I still wonder, did she really come to stop me that night? I guess she didn't leave anything behind. Not that I expected her to. It's fine. It's just a bit of a shame that we couldn't settle our differences before the end. She did. Are you sure she was talking about this event? No, she didn't. Wait, in that case... Okay, I will.
There's something I'm trying to figure out. Paimon's very important to me, so I have to get to the bottom of this.
The ultimate goal of this energy experiment, the weapon's construction, was completed in Nodcry. Now, all that remains is to arm it with a sufficiently powerful energy. Yes, the weapon's development and all the related experiments are overseen by Lord P. I'm not sure why this experiment would be once we get out of here, I'll help you apply for an entry permit. And I'm hardly the organization's proudest...
Huh? What?
You two seem to be hitting it off.
I thought you were sleeping.
Of course I was.
Even if he was awake.
Well, thank you both for keeping watch.
Sure. This is our second night here. I hope she's been sleeping well the past couple of days. Huh. Why do I feel like I'm being watched? Seriously? Is this payback for when I stared at her earlier? Never mind. I'd better try and get some sleep myself.
Hey, what are you spacing out for? Are you reaching your limit too?
How long have we been walking for? Do you remember?
Time's lost all meaning. Ever since we noticed that thing above our heads. What was it called again?
A star key? Or key star? Anyway, the person who named it was swallowed by the black mist.
Whatever it's called, ever since we noticed it, we've been walking up and up, hoping that as long as we reach it, we can find a way out of this place. But it seems like no matter how far we walk, we never get any closer.
Well, we've come this far. You never know. Maybe we're almost there? Come on, enough moping. Let's go. The black mist is catching up.
A straggler. Another one. Huh?
Monsters! Watch out!
Not again! I've lost count of how many times we run into them. Be careful.
Shut up! Run here faster. Here comes another one.
You wanna fight? Let's go!
Hey! Here they come again! Get ready!
Backup is here. We got ourselves a straggler.
Here comes another one.
Fine. Monsters ahead of us. The black mist behind us. It feels like there's no escape.
Condense! And keep!
Are you hurt, Coolish?
No. I'm fine.
I get you.
Yeah. The hope that the star gives us is the only thing keeping us going. But I'm not sure it's real at all. It may just be a collective illusion. Otherwise, why would it always be out of reach?
We know you mean well, but you're only saying that to try and encourage us to keep going, aren't you?
Thank you, friend. But enough is enough. Please don't give me any more false hope. Hope is poison in this place. You're going to continue, aren't you? I admire that. I've given up, but I wish you the best. May there come a day that you catch up to the star and leave this godforsaken place.
It's not an illusion. We really are getting closer to the star.
Congratulations. You're the first person to make it here. I'm the star's envoy. The black mist has stopped rising. It's hung. This is a good opportunity. I'll let you get some rest before we continue. What do you mean, Lee? Congratulations on reaching the starting point. Once you are ready, we will head out and walk upwards. Huh? What's wrong? Hey, don't give up before the journey's even begun.
Rampana! Rampana!
Is that Vodyanitsa's voice?
Coolish, wake up! Please wake up!
The situation is identical to that of the two casual.
At least there are some elements that we can rule out this time.
Weren't some of us keeping watch last night?
I'm as confused as you are.
Likewise, and from what I've observed so far, both.
To be honest, I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I heard the Traveler and Lelik chatting, but...
Me too. Then, what could possibly be cause? I worked closely with Rampana and Coolish.
4 victims in just 2 days. I need to get to the bottom of this as soon...
Still snowing?
Yes, I just checked.
So we only have ourselves to rely.
If you ask me, this killer can clearly strike whenever. Lelik must be an expert in poisoning.
Here we go again.
Listen, I was already thinking to myself last night, was Lelik's... She's been playing us for fools.
That's a hideous thought.
How?
That's enough! Yesterday, you named Lelik as a suspect because but today's victims were just ordinary people. Not to mention that they were colleagues of Odette and mine. What reason would she have to murder them?
Who knows? Maybe you... Lelik is well known to be a ruthless...
Everything you've said so far is...
How can you defend her, officer? What did she... Maybe all so you can get your grubby paws on our hard-earned... Don't you...
Sir, but... You were the one who told us not to stop other people. 4 people have already... Turning against one another is the last...
Little girl.
Even if Mr. Chuganov is a puffed-up, pig-headed windbag who doesn't have a clue what he's talking about, he's still one of the victims here.
I had no intention of resorting to violence. In any case, I believe Mr. Chuganov has come.
I don't think there's any need for that. What?
Did you have an idea, Mitya?
I've been mulling something over. All the leads we have so far concern, but then there's the 2 double murder crime scenes.
So what are you suggesting?
I think this could be a supernatural event.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I got into scientific research because of...
Now that you mention it,
Haunted? Yeah, I think I heard the same.
Well, this has taken an unexpected turn. A haunted theater?
Why don't we take this opportunity to look for clues again with a more open mind? Maybe a different perspective will help us see something different.
Very well. Whether it's criminals or ghosts we're looking for.
I need to think very hard about whether...
Tonya? Did you find anything?
Not yet. Still looking.
This looks like somebody's notebook. Shall we read it together?
Well, it doesn't look All right, let's read it together.
Huh. This has to be Vodyanitsa's writing, surely.
Maybe it's a little rude for us to peek at this. It sounds like she's writing this for her parents.
Because her water imp parents belong to the aristocracy, who were driven out of Snezhnayaaa by the Tsaritsa long ago. And
we're so...
It's fine. My fault for not storing it properly. All right, give me my notebook back.
Valeri, come take a look at this.
Some sort of notebook.
It's the on-duty logbook for the thief. He mostly used it to record any unusual incidents during a show. Yes. He'd always have this.
This should confirm a lot of key details about the
Yes. The number of people. I've checked and double-checked. Apparently, we have an extra person among us.
Are we certain that logbook is accurate? Could someone have...
Unlikely. Not to mention that this was a dress rehearsal.
We no longer have our ticket.
Unfortunately not. The theater recycles tickets. Once Still.
Did an extra person just materialize? Did an extra person just...
Ah, Traveler. Since you're here, come take a look at this.
Alosha found it. We're both curious to hear your perspective.
An investigation report, huh?
The theater manager must have hired an investigator once, but
Presumably, the manager wanted to know if the supposed haunting would. Anyway, the bottom line is, the haunting is actually real after.
Leyline problems are pretty unexceptional to me by this point. It's hard to imagine what connection it could have to these two murder cases.
Some of the language that appears at the very end of the report caught my eye. Angel civilization, leyline renovation? My area of research doesn't touch on any of that, so it's completely outside of my wheel. Huh? A piece of paper just fell out from the report. It landed right by your feet. How unnerving. It was tucked inside the report, so death is near. Is that supposed to be what's going on here? But if so, how did the author foresee it?
maybe things are more complicated than we thought.
No, wait a second. If the report definitively concludes that the question is, what exactly does the note mean by death? If we take all this together,
Oh, I beg to differ. This sounds to me like a
does it really sound that far-fetched? All right,
Good. Okay. So, I'll share my theory first. If the killer had simply bought it, I expect he or she either hidden.
What about the note found in the
The killer may have simply planted it there.
So, it has no.
This theory makes sense to me. If we have an audience member unaccounted for, chances are they didn't come here to watch the show.
Could it really be that simple?
So, in other words, all we have to do is find out who got in here without a ticket, and all our problems will be solved?
It's true. I hear you used every.
I most.
Probably a stupid question. Guess it was naive of me to
especially after the unprompted Lelik review.
As things stand, the audience headcount doesn't add up. Valeri came to the theater to catch. I don't believe any of us here knew Shram before all this. Mr. Shram?
Huh? Me?
It's not that you stand out as
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I have no doubt that you're good. Although, actually, what was it you last time I checked? There were barely any of us, and
Good grief. Are you blushing?
Hey, revolting is. I was just a bodyguard hired by our family.
We don't need details.
Okay. I'm just a little. Even with me to protect her. If word gets out.
Really? Wait, no.
Huh?
Why is everyone looking at me like that? Even with me to protect her. If word gets out that she's dating a human, both the Fae and human factions will give her a hard time.
delicate times.
Yes?
If I'm not mistaken, the last significant civil war in Snezhnayaaa.
What do you mean for?
What's going on here? Is Shram from the past?
All right, Mr. Mitya, you win.
I'm just as amazed as you are.
Is someone going to explain what's going on?
From the look on your face, you figured it out too, haven't you?
The theater's ley lines have been modified to block Mr. Shram's statement, and According to the... For some unknown reason, yeah. The contents of the investigation report have been verified. Death is near.
Yeah, the logic is clear now. Mr. Shram must be one such soul, so when the note said death is near...
Someone who died.
In short, there's a dead person.
You mean I'm a ghost? But even if I was dead,
Yeah. Even if all that...
The ley lines have a powerful ability to...
Huh. Why does this analogy sound so familiar?
What happens when the black hole can't achieve its goal?
That could explain why we weren't able to determine a cause of death. If you're right.
It does seem to explain...
Except there's no concrete... Still, it's...
Alright, so... How could Shram...
On the contrary, it's perfectly normal for us to...
You know what, Mr. Brainiac? I think you might actually be right. I'm trying to remember and... I was the one who didn't want to remember.
Well,
My lady and I snuck out to go on a date one day. All of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out, performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. I thought I could pull one over on them. So I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. But I was going to do whatever it took to buy her a chance to escape, no matter how many people stood in my way. I had to, both as her bodyguard and out of love.
It's all right, friend.
It's just... If I'd known I was a dead man walking...
But...
No. I refuse to be a bird. I guess it's high time
Mr. Shram, I'm sure we can figure out a different...
My good sir. We both know I'm not supposed to...
No. I'm speaking on a...
Let it go, man. Oh. Wait. One last thing. Miss Water Imp. My lover. Her name was Litia.
Ozarova. Oh! Auntie Ozarova!
I'm so glad she survived. As long as she went on to be happy. There's no need to see me off, my friends. I've enjoyed our time together over these past few days. Perhaps we'll meet again in the next life.
Take care, my man.
I knew Mr. Shram was already...
Death is cruel. No matter...
So, was the conflict between Fae and humans even historical records? All people know is that the Tsaritsa founded the...
It seems to me like the Tsaritsa chose to make herself the enemy. That's also why, despite how brutal the conflict was at the time...
So, the Tsaritsa banished the Fae?
Maybe it's not quite as bad as it sounds.
All this time?
All right. If Mitia's theory...
Ugh, if only this blasted storm...
Even though Shram was already deceased, his decision to walk into...
This is one of the few times I don't...
I was actually planning on hiring him as my bodyguard after...
at least the lingering regret that kept him here.
Well, the information he revealed...
Looks like now we can just rest until the snowstorm stops. I still can't believe Shram turned out to be a ghost who'd been in the theater.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
You know the door isn't closed, right? You don't have...
Think of it as a signal, then. When I'm entering someone else's room and I knock, I'm here as a... Thanks.
So, why did you come to find me? Is there...
Vodyanitsa said you knew about my secret identity from this... But when everyone was discussing who Lelik could be, you were worried that reveal... Yes. I'm extremely grateful.
It's nothing. I mean, you didn't hold what happened to the Senora against me, so...
Actually, there's something else, so I thought I'd come and ask you for advice. It's about Mitya. Before all of this, the last time I saw him, he was dead. As I'm sure you know, my goal is Lelik. Well, when I found out the tech lead for the... I often saw him around the theater, so I decided to infiltrate the Armory Palace and go directly to his lab. Well, I suppose there was a bit of luck involved, but when I finally made it to his lab, I checked his breathing and his pulse. I thought maybe another anti-project.
That's why you were so on guard around Mitya that first night here.
Yes. When I saw him sitting in the audience during the performance, I could barely contain the shock. To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murders started happening and things got... That is, until Mitya himself said...
And yet... You thought...
Exactly. Besides, we soon figured out that Mr. Shram...
But I understand why you kept it to yourself.
So, what do you...
Let me confirm one thing first.
Around a week ago.
A week ago? That's earlier than He seemed completely normal.
So he was definitely alive.
Here's a thought. The reason we... But Mitya's death happened inside the armory.
You're right.
I think the chances of it being him are very low.
Unless what?
Unless he really did come back from the dead.
Huh, what's this? A private meet and greet? Where do I line up?
That's not...
Well, I was just...
What is going on with this storm?
I almost hope it is. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa left to vanquish that beast herself.
Do you think people still feel the cold after they die?
Death itself is cold, isn't it?
Well, I hope he has a safe journey. I'm going to miss thinking back on it once we get out of here.
Are you okay? Here, take this. I've never used it.
Thanks.
Look who's Mr. Nice Guy all of a sudden.
Yeah, without Tonya, who knows?
I told you already, I never intended to resort to violence.
Little girl?
Oh, no need to
I've been so kind to everyone, but especially when she was little. All right.
I don't know.
Are you taking anything for it?
Yeah. I'll be fine once I see my brother.
I see.
We should probably discuss arrangements for however...
Shouldn't we take shit?
No need. I managed to get a nap.
What a long day. This whole situation turned out to be way more complicated than I expected. But Valeri's right.
She's awake. She's awake! Get over here, you big lug, and take a look!
If you must call me something, call me Mr. Door. The Black Mist is coming. You need to go.
Are you all right? Can you walk? He just seemed to come out of nowhere. Curses! The Black Mist is catching up to us. Mr. Door, I don't believe I've ever seen you around here before. Why is that?
There's no need to try to get to know me. I'm just Mr. Door. I have to find the door that belongs to me.
Oh. Well, anyway, we're lucky to have you here. Thanks for saving us earlier. Mr. Door!
Looking for trouble!
Quick, get rid of them!
I can just push these ones off. No need to thank me. This is where my duty lies.
So we're doing this the hard way.
Fighting Frost!
You win this. You asked for it.
Oh, remarkable work, Mr. Door. Oh, if I had your muscles, I'd do the same. Are none of these doors the one you're looking for?
No.
And Kate!
Come no closer. Impossible. How could this be?
I'm so exhausted. And the black mist is still rising. Wait, look! There's more monsters down there. No, no! They're gaining on us. Mr. Door, what are you doing?
Found it. This is my door.
What?
I am a door. This is where my duty lies.
No! You saved...
You must keep going.
But... Oh, you're right. The black mist isn't moving anymore. I did... Surely I wasn't so scared. Oh, okay, good. Getting sleepy?
time is it? Is it morning? I think I had a nightmare. Oh, I guess everyone's still asleep. These past 2 days have been exhausting. Valeri's keeping watch though, so he's probably the only one awake. Valeri? Wake up! Everyone needs to wake up!
Just like the last 2 nights. No clear cause of death. I've been a real thorn in your side, haven't I, Mr. Valeri? Now you can rest in peace. But for me, life will be all the duller for not having to run away from you, my friend.
How's Tonya? Is she okay?
I just checked on her, and it doesn't seem like anything serious. She's just exhausted from the past couple of days.
That means Valeri was the only...
If Valeri was awake and keeping watch, it would have been impossible to kill him without waking everyone else up.
This is so frustrating.
Actually, one thing has changed. There's only...
But Mr. Shram was... Can a death at night eat... No similar cases have... After the deceased Shram left, it's a reasonable conclusion. Oh, the number of people who die each night is...
Exactly. We identified Mr. Shram. By that logic, there must...
Another one?
Having an extra person was definitely a cause for alarm. But being one
One more dead person among us. If Mitya's theory is right, then what it's just, at the time...
I'm sorry. This is my fault.
I'm partly to blame as well.
What is this about?
Sounds like there's some big news you... I'm the dead person? Wow, that's certainly news to me.
Odette and I talked about it yesterday, but...
Yeah, I don't blame you. If I'd been there... Let me just try and verify this. But I honestly have no recollection of
Having seen Mr...
Well, if it isn't me...
If you don't mind me asking, Traveler, I believe you mentioned that you know Tonya's brother.
No, never.
Now, just 1 minute. You're in the hot seat.
Trying to pick a fight, Mr. Chuganov?
You!
Did Mitya ask about Tonya because I suppose I only identified her by age?
I'm just saying. I can vouch for her, if nothing else. I've seen her before. She's the sister of that...
Oh, really?
Since being here, I don't think I...
If Chuganov can vouch for her, then it... Miss Odette, could you go over that?
No problem.
No matter how hard... Miss Vojanitsa, during our last meal together...
Oh, yeah.
Right. And even though I don't remember dying that day, I'm pretty sure some of my memories from that afternoon...
Are you suggesting you're
Of course. How am I only just realizing this?
You mean being silently assassinated?
The researcher's amnesia. I must thank you, Odette. I think your perspective... All right.
Oh, leave! Hey!
Come on, kid. Aren't you...
I have other reasons beyond what's been discussed. I remember during Miss Odette's performance, while I was sitting in the audience stalls, I can't remember it now at all. And I did...
No. Hold on. There's a glaringly obvious flaw in that
I believe Miss Odette's account. During the period where my memory is blank, I must have been... All it would take is for the same thing to happen in the theater, and
But But...
There's no evidence to suggest that anyone other than... Please relax, everyone. I don't think things are as bad as they may seem. If, on the other hand, I'm still alive right now...
Mitya's right. This is the only...
What is a scientist if not someone who gambles with this snowstorm, the ley line phenomenon, ghosts? But if I do get resurrected, you can be sure that I'll come back with the truth of all this. Just you wait.
Oh, that Valeri guy was... Oh, curse it! What do you want?
What's on your mind, Odette?
I was thinking about Mitya. After all, but when Mitya left...
Poor Mr. Mitya.
Maybe it's a good thing that you weren't...
I hate goodbyes.
Maybe it's the realization, come to think of it. The main reason you could take it a step further and say that the same is true. If I make it out of here, I'm...
Without regrets? I feel like a strange sense of anxiety.
Are you okay?
If something's bugging you...
I have a travel companion named Pine.
You're worried about her, aren't you?
To be honest, I used to feel
a descender,
but with Paimon, she loves eating, sleeping. Over the last few days that we've been apart. But by the time I snap out of it, I'm trying to overcome this sense of detachment.
I bet she misses you when you're not there as well.
I don't know if this will make you feel any better. I could be surrounded by people. Later on, I started to think all we can do is cherish their companionship from moment. So, once we get out of here...
Thank you.
But Vodyanitsa, if you...
That's just the choice I made. Like I said before, our songs have echoed through this theater for hundreds of years. Each one a story pieced together, but does a story exist without... So I made the choice to...
Could you teach me how to
A fan after my own heart.
Okay. I've never heard that one.
Color me impressed, Tonya. Most people can only tell if a song is... I've actually never performed this song in the theater before. It means something like, may those we have lost watch over us, and follow this song back home in the night, so that...
No wonder I could hear that sense of...
It's getting late, Tonya, and you're not well.
Okay.
Of course.
Once I get out of here, I definitely don't plan on ever coming back. But I guess that means I'll never get to hear Vodyanitsa sing again. That's a sad thought. Before I fall asleep, I should cherish this moment of companionship while it lasts. Where am I? It's so dark in here, and I feel kind of dizzy. Am I alone? Huh? What was that noise?
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection.
I'm alive? What just happened?
No time for questions. Quick, over here. Turn on the switch. We need... All right, we're safe. The spirit just now is called Night Prayer. Sort of. I know it's hard, but you can't let this place go dark. Or she'll... Yep. Luckily, I was here to...
A bit more?
Sure I do. I specialize in soul recall.
Oh.
All right, there's no time to waste. The black man... We need to reach the next switch before the place gets too dark. If we bring the light back, Night Prayer won't be able to get to us. Sweet, sweet light! It's back! Now that's a sight for... Shh! It's Night Prayer. We need to move quick, but don't let her notice you. Look out! The next switch is... over there! Night Prayer is here too. This can't be the only path. Let's head up there and... I won't let you die like this. Not on my watch. The switch is just up ahead. Hurry! It's too dark. We're not gonna make it. Come on, fast! Traveler! I won't let you die like this.
Even though it's... dying is definitely not a...
Great.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Time for you to get out of...
What about you?
I can't. I've already been used up. A guardian spirit's skills are... I might not look any different. I can go no further. The Black Mist is where I belong.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because it wouldn't have changed anything. But... Go.
Well, I guess there's no need to inspect the body.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Take a long I suspected you on day one, Lilac. And you, little hunter.
Now you're just lashing out in Where was all this passion and bravado?
Is that a threat?
After all the trauma of the past, Valeria and Nietzsche. But first, I need to think. He's arguably the first friend we made after arriving in Snezhnayaaa. Of those who remain, the old people are easily misled by first impressions. But Mr. Chugan... Tonya, how's Tusser been lately?
Tusser?
Your brother Ajax must have mentioned me in his letters home, right?
No. And my brother's name is Razik, not Ajax.
Oh.
Chuganov, looks like it's your turn to do some...
I knew you were behind this. Everything about you is fake. Down that night, when I infiltrated your place as Lelik, but thinking back on it now...
Even that was a...
Curses!
The reason I'm always coughing is because it's not a very common illness. After a while, I felt So one day, I told my brother that I wanted... He agreed. We got to the theater, bought tickets, and went inside.
Oh, Tonya.
When I woke up, I couldn't find my brother anywhere, so I guessed he'd already left. But there's no way he'd leave me behind. So I decided to stay here and wait for him. At the time,
Tonya, it sounds like by then you'd already...
Yeah, I know. I understand now. After all of that, it turns out I can't blame my brother after all. I was the one who abandoned him. I'm sorry, everyone. I realized this much too late. It seems like death skewed my perception. And now
Your name probably isn't even Tonya, is it?
Well, when I was little, when we escaped from the hospital, so when you first approached me, I thought he must have chosen a fake name that...
At least your memory of death. Now it's your turn, Chuganov.
And... Yes, the truth of the matter is... I lost them. My daughter's name was Iskra. She also died after Iskra passed. One day when I came home from work and saw I soon discovered that this was the only thing that made...
Nothing more than a pathetic means of escape. So explain your fault.
The night before last, when I was chatting with Tonya, she mentioned, combined with her various symptoms, the snow cough used to be an incurable illness. But the year after my daughter passed away, it turned out that all previous... That was the final straw for me. So, more than anyone, poor Miss Tonya, therefore.
So, you projected your daughter onto her?
That doesn't make any sense. You knew she was all...
How can you just declare a living person, Nietzsche's gone? My good buddy Shram's gone. The others I can make my peace with, but I just want her to live. I'll be damned if I'm gonna... Not again! Not this time!
Mr. Chuganov, by the sounds of it, I really liked Mr. I'm not happy about that.
No! Listen to me.
Well, at this point, despite all the bad things that kept happening, since the day I escaped that hospital, I'm very fond of you all. And that's why I'm not fond of you at all, Mr. Chu... It's them that you owe an apology to, sir. Well then, I suppose this is it.
You're leaving already?
No thank...
My name is Patoshka. It was nice meeting you all. Feels strange that we're only being properly introduced.
Tashka,
What are you doing, Tuganov? Are you crazy?
let me leave. I can't keep lying.
In your dreams. The Fatui have honed quite an array of enhanced I think we should leave. I doubt this snowstorm is ever going to stop. For all we know, this...
Wait, we finally solved the mystery of the haunted theater today.
Fair enough.
And yet you won't let me die first.
Hey, Shuganov, on a
Is this really the time to... All right, fine.
Am I hearing things? There it is again. But I don't understand.
Should we open the door?
Is this it? If the last few days are anything... Whatever lies beyond that door at this moment, it...
Hey everyone, I'm back.
How are you doing? Feeling any better?
Much better, thanks. Let me see. Vodyanitsa died last night.
Not Tonya.
First, tell us how you made it back here.
You're right. The thing that got me back safely was... a song. I heard someone singing. After walking into the snowstorm, my mind grew hazy. I don't know how long I walked through the storm before my mind completely slipped away. Then, suddenly, I heard the sound of singing. The voice instantly brought me back to my senses, and I regained consciousness. So I followed the voice, searching for the source of the singing. I searched and searched, until finally, just a few moments ago, there was the entrance to the theater, right in front of me.
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before, because it has more of a ceremonial purpose for our people. It's not meant for the stage. It means something like, "May those we have lost watch over us."
That must have been Vodyanitsa.
That song is meant to guide the...
Huh. No kidding. When I first stepped out of the theater, I remember the outside world being completely different than what I don't know how else to describe it, except to say that... And as for the Requiem, if I was guided here by Vodyanitsa, but I didn't experience a clear moment of death while I was out there. Nor do I feel any different now than before I walked into the snowstorm.
You don't seem any different to me either. Both Shram and Patoshka were clearly...
This raises a truly terrible... dream. Mitya's soul was summoned back by the Of course. Then maybe we've all been dead for...
Yes. I think that this is probably the afterlife.
What did you say?
You heard me. We died in the theater. All of it. It's ironic, really. All that... Do you remember that note? Death is near? Death was nearer than we wanted to think all along.
So all our attempts to survive...
Hard to say. At the very least, we helped 2 lost souls. The presence of those 2 is probably what caused our souls to be drawn in by the ley lines.
If what you're saying is true, no wonder. This afternoon, when
That's further proof that those aren't physical bodies at all.
Am I... No. That's...
I still find it hard to believe that all...
Exactly. It's hard to rest in peace when you... I racked my brains trying to remember... Wait. Hold on. Right before I lost consciousness, I think I saw some... I can't remember.
Mitya, your hand.
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dried. When did that happen? What the... I guess this was what I saw. I must have desperately drawn it in my own blood right before losing consciousness. What's wrong? Do you recognize the symbol?
It's... Renova. The ruler of death.
Huh?
Alosha, do you still remember that Snezhnayaaa folktale? It was about the Grim Reaper. When someone's about... And as soon as you recognize his face, your life is over.
I heard a similar tale when I was little. You think the Grim...
That's right. In which case, death is...
When I first saw this note, I thought it contradicted the...
So the Grim Reaper deliberately misled...
By that logic, the one person most likely to be the Grim Reaper incarnate. No doubt about it. Looking back at how everyone has acted over the past... Is it you, Alosha? You were the first to discover the investigation report.
So? Surely you can't suspect me. What if someone else found the investigation report first?
There's no denying it.
That's not all. I've also noticed, looking back now...
What do you mean?
You were the one who emphasized how dangerous it was outside and insisted we all stay here. It was also you who suggested that we all sleep in the same place. And earlier today, you tried to convince Patoshka to stay. I don't understand why.
So, you didn't understand?
He still won't admit it?
The biggest question I have right now is...
That's right. Right at the start, before any victims had even emerged. When all this began, right after the performance, it wasn't until we discovered the bodies the morning after that we realized something out of the ordinary was... But it's clear now that the oddities actually started earlier than...
Right. So Mr. Dimov was the first victim.
And if we pinpoint that moment as the beginning, Alosha, you are the only person who walked into the snowstorm and came back without the help of Vojanitsa's Requiem.
More precisely, Alosha never came back at all. The one who came back was the Grim Reaper.
Not bad. Well, since you've backed me into a corner, I suppose there's no point in keeping up the act.
Alosha?
You're the Grim Reaper?
I am no such tired cliché. Mortals should address me as the ruler of death. Before being wiped out for good, you identified the two deceased, and even sensed my presence.
I heard you can ferry souls.
Your initial conclusion was correct. Due to the existence of the two deceased, the ley lines yearned to reclaim those long-lost souls. Every night they devoured an equal number of souls to fill the void. Here, take a look.
What are you doing?
That takes care of today's two. Don't get so worked up. You are already dead, and your souls must return to the ley lines.
I know we're already dead. You murdered us, didn't you?
Murdered? No. Murder is when mortals usurp my authority. Death is my jurisdiction. If I require someone to die, I need not resort to such laborious methods as murder. You simply met the criteria to trigger my curse of death.
I know about the curse of immortality. You cursed us? When?
So often, humans pray to me, begging to know when their death will come, and what form it will take. But few people ask why. If you must have an answer.
So you're not gonna tell us the truth?
Hold your tongue. Those angels from the past are to blame for the reckless renovation of the ley lines here. It's made my work on this occasion infuriatingly complicated.
Work? So trapping us here,
You clearly have a lot of questions. After the physical body dies, the soul must return to the ley lines for that My work encompasses the entire process of death. You must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom, I presume? Here, too, the ley lines connected to the theater underwent some modifications. The angels hoped to make them capable of but this actually hindered their ability. This effect manifested itself after you died, but if souls who die from the curse of death, then they will remain forever suspended between.
So if you don't resolve this matter soon, and
Mitya is sharp, but if you have the authority to guide souls...
You seek to understand the mind. This is a theater, and I found myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There. Are you happy with my answer?
Can't say I am.
Really? But it fits the stereotypes you humans have about—
Just moments ago, you were work is work, I get it.
That's a rather unique perspective due to the obstruction in the theater's ley lines, revealing my identity to— Then there was the issue of the two lost souls you called the
That's what I don't understand. If all of us—
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley lines, exploiting the issues created by the centuries of obsession accumulated. It reached the point where I could not afford. Only then, with my—
I vaguely remember seeing...
I see your dreams brought you many revelations. Anyway, that is more of an angel's role. Meanwhile, of course, as both issues slowly resolved one another, and of course,
Sounds like you had it all figured out, Grit. I just did the math. You said there's a hard...
That much is obvious.
It's time to review this whole affair. Looking back now, none of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment the staff member named Dimov walked into the snowstorm, the incident had already begun. No. Alosha was the second to... During this process, during our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in the novelty of it all. No one could have expected there would be victims the very next morning. Despite all the confusion, and with the help of hindsight, we finally began to realize that something was amiss with the snowstorm. The ley lines devoured Torgop. Odette and I spoke a lot that night. 3 people were on watch, but in the morning, we discovered that someone had fallen victim all the same. The deaths of Coolish and unexplainable phenomena. Later, we discovered that there seemed to be an extra person among us, and subsequently discovered the existence of the deceased. Mr. Shramri. We thought it was all over, but a lot happened today. The fact that there was more than one deceased seemed to bring us back to square one. Odette revealed some information she had been keeping to herself. Although Mitya did indeed walk into the void in the ley lines hasn't been... Vodyanitsa was swallowed by the... As it happened, the girl I thought was child's, come to think of it, Natasha and Renova, unaware that Mitya would return, was looking back, I suppose. No one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Mitya returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead, and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form, Renova callously claimed 2 souls. In fact, everyone was... Now, only Mitya and I remain. That covers
Your work isn't finished here yet, is it?
The water imp's song through things. The ley lines have already anchored your soul. And
So the reunion in the night that Vodyanitsa mentioned...
That just leaves you, traveler. And your soul is firmly anchored to for a descender like you, who is not bound by Tevat's rules. I have no interest in involving myself with descenders. For now. Although, this may change if Asmodee remains missing.
One last question then. All our
death abides no reason. To me, it is nothing more than a self-indulgent
Grim Reaper, you really know how to get on my nerves.
I'm not here to ingratiate myself with you. I kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that you save your strength.
For what? Maybe we can't change anything. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
How are you holding up, Odette?
What happened to me?
How much do you remember?
What do you...
Has... Mitya?
Yeah, I remember now, comrade. Looks like we guessed right. Just like me when Odette found me at the Armory Palace. Just with one catch.
Odette and the others have already
Could this be the reason? You said this is the ruler of death's symbol, right? You don't? Huh. Okay. Does that mean I carved this symbol into my soul? What about you, though?
A full explanation would get...
Well then, now that it's all over, let's figure out what we've learned. The first thing I notice is that everything here is precisely as we left it.
They say that right before death,
That must be how you know you have one foot in the afterlife by that point. Anyway, clearly the feud... This also aligns with previous reports of widespread temporary memory loss to those unaware of the truth. Dying and coming back to life must feel similar to a short bout of catatonia. This leaves me with a couple big questions.
If nothing else, I think it shows that killing...
Right. This time only got complicated because of the situation with... Come to think of it, I can't remember what it was, but... sorry, Traveler. I'll catch up...
Ma'am, if I may, no one of your description, yet you two seem and by the way, have...
I can explain everything.
So, Chuganov really is going to shut down the... So, you said I promised to take you to the Armory Palace while we were in the afterlife, yes? Agreed.
I'm finally back. Even though I should keep my emotions in check when I see—
Wait. The atmosphere here. Shh. Stay quiet.
Have we still not been able to notify Child yet? I'm so...
Tell me! What happened to Paimon?
He's the director of the Fatui.
How long ago did he leave?
It was about an hour ago. Miss Paimon was fast asleep at...
Do you know where they went?
The Armory Palace, most likely. I'm surprised he came in person.
Then lead the way, Odette.
Okay, let's go. It's just up ahead. Quick, let's get inside.
No, I'll go alone. You know I'm planning to force my way in. You're with the Fatui, so you should stay outside.
I was hardly planning on taking you through the official channels I may be a Fatus. Paimon's safety is paramount right now. Let's go. There's no...
Hey, who are you? This part of the Armory Palace is under restricted access. What do you think you're doing?
No questions, please. We're short on time.
Mission!
Let's begin.
I'll make short work of this. Solidify!
Right here. Come on out. Show them.
Into the wind.
Shadow me. Pirouette.
I spell your doom. Right now.
One with nature.
Condense! Cryostorm!
Crystalline Adagio.
Ariel.
Now let's
You have a pass? Where are you coming from? So, you're intruders, huh? Don't blame me for what happens next!
Take too long.
The Armory Palace is hidden this deep in? This place is much bigger than I imagined.
They're conducting top-secret research after all. The deeper it's hidden, the better, is standard Fatui logic.
The style doesn't really look like the Fatui's handiwork, though.
They must have requisitioned some structures from a past civilization. It also serves as a bit of a disguise.
Looks like we're in for intruders! Stay alert!
Into the wind.
Shadow me.
Intruders? Don't come any closer!
Just what are you guys trying to do here?
I'll make short work. It's your skull! Solidify!
Emerge. Right now. Emerge.
The wind knows me.
Pirouette.
It's your skull!
Witness the snow swan's grace. Right now. Emerge. Right now.
Into the wind.
No one interferes with a jester's work!
You're pretty sharp.
Looks like no one's guarding this place.
There's something off about that decoration over there. Look out!
Let's deal with these before we move on.
Shadow me. Let's begin. The researchers here probably don't know that we're uninvited guests. Let's try not to hurt them.
What's the big star from the theater doing here?
That's Miss Odette. She's a member of the Fatui. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Was the whole reason for Project Snezhnayaaa to support the research here at the Armory Palace? Just what are the Fatui and the Tsaritsa planning?
Whoa! Who are you? Never seen you around here before.
Looks like there's no way through here.
Maybe using the power of this prism could help?
I think I see some images.
It's the prism's power at play, causing images of the past to reappear, albeit only as illusions. Let's make our way through here.
Paimon and the Jester? Is this another scene from the past?
Yes. It looks quite old, though. I don't think it happened in the recent past.
What's going on here? What happened?
The source seems to be the Armory Palace. They must have started some large-scale experiment.
Wait, what if this has something to do with Paimon? We need to hurry!
We're almost there. The Armory Palace is just up ahead.
Paimon, please be okay.
Right here, right now, right here.
The wind knows me.
Shadow me. Lots of the snowflakes.
Cryostorm! Sha!
Right now.
Gather! One with nature.
Together.
What's going on? Wait, I remember this feeling. It's the curse of death. No. Odette? Is this the afterlife again? I need to find a way back to reality. Is that Odette's core ignis? Odette! Odette! No signs of life, but past experience says that she should be resurrected before too long. Did Odette intentionally use her core ignis to guide my soul? Thank you, Odette. But I'm sorry. Sure enough, everyone here has been affected by the Paimon! Paimon! No, wait. Paimon probably didn't escape Renova's curse either. She won't be able to respond to me right now. I'll have to find her myself. Mitya! Is this the laboratory he works in? What happened here to trigger the curse of death again so soon? I'll have to ask him when he wakes up. Finding Paimon has to take priority now. Paimon really is here.
You don't learn, do you? You've already been involved in one mass death, and now you show up at the scene of another. This might have passed for a coincidence the first time, but a second time? Am I to assume you are intentionally interfering in Snezhnayaa's affairs? Judging by your expression, it seems that you understand little of what is going on here. In that case, a word to the wise. Do not interfere in Snezhnayaa's affairs. A civilization that fails to learn its lesson constantly depletes its own worth. And as a descent—
No advice needed. I'll make my own judgments.
Suit yourself. When— to escape unscathed. The time for resurrection fast approaches. That thing is coming with me. You awoke sooner than I thought. The curse of immortality is stubborn. Unable to enter the ley lines, yet not content to remain a spirit.
Ruler of death, what do you want?
You perplex me. Both you and you. That thing may be a creation of Celestia, but it possesses none of Celestia's power, let alone authority. Your obsession with it baffles me. No matter, the resurrection will soon begin. It's worthless anyway. I'll reclaim it next time.
Hey, who says there'll be a next time? I missed you, Paimon.
What are you talking about?
It was... You seem to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, Paimon's back in tip-top condition. The jester and that guy talking to him used some kind of energy on Paimon.
So, Mitya helped...
Apologies for leaving in such a hurry at the theater earlier. Rest assured that your companion is perfectly safe. We revert...
I suppose this is our first official meeting, Traveler. I could not let Paimon suffer in her condition for a moment longer.
But why would a big shot like you care about what happens to Paimon?
As I said when you first arrived in Snezhnayaaa,
Oh yeah.
I'm afraid the reminiscing will have to wait. Mitya.
The good news is, my hypothesis... As for the bad news, I recommend we suspend the experiments and Project Mistleton until further notice.
I will trust your judgment.
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
By whatever means necessary, so long as it removes the threat she poses to it. After what just happened, I've ascertained Renova's goal.
Okay, let's hear...
What she's doing is blocking Snezhnaya's technological progress.
Just like the little lapdog she...
So, any ideas, research, or experiments that lead to tech... Just now, for instance, I was set to launch a final phase as expected, though. The moment all that effort, not to mention the energy and material...
Does that mean something similar?
That's right. During the performance, so the nature of the curse seems to be something like... Of course, that meant the curse was normally limited to the Armory Palace. Until Odette came along. But
you mentioned something about a final stage.
That's right. Even with the gods locking certain key components out of reach, but as I'm sure Renova anticipated, even incremental progress has...
You mean the experiment you were...
Yes, we were at a critical juncture, a moment where... But now, after already being forced to fumble around in... As long as Renova's curse of death persists...
And with Project Snezhnayaaa having been in effect all this, only by eliminating Renova...
She's the ruler of...
We'll see. But one thing's for sure.
Here?
Wouldn't it be easier to just kill all of us researchers for good?
So, you're saying...
Exactly. And
Regardless, the ruler of death has always been an obstacle. Our goal is the heavenly principles.
The Fatui want to challenge the...
For a long time. But hearing the jester admit it is still a shock.
In that case...
Granted. While there is yet time, allow me to offer you my
I remember hearing the term...
Yeah! Paimon wanted to ask about...
As you know, Project Snezhnayaaa is a series of many of the things you have encountered. This includes the Kuvaki experimental...
And that's a weapon built for...
Huh?
I was given some intel.
Wait... You must mean that thing...
Kuvaki alone will not break through the heavenly principles are no doubt accustomed to combating the power of the light ray. For now, therefore, we have set our sights on the form... You could say that by reverse engineering the stellar linchpins to extract the energy...
The Kuvaki experimental And it looks like you're playing...
Her Majesty the Tsaritsa has embarked upon an expedition to
Seems like the powers that be in Snezhnayaaa...
The Harbingers have been granted significant autonomy in retrieving the Gnosis.
You read my mind.
Speaking of the Gnosis...
The Gnosis will undoubtedly serve as a key
What do you mean?
Taking on the heavenly principles is something most people...
Into that today, our civilization may very well be only... by changing the state of affairs. Otherwise, the fate of the people of
Accepting
Furthermore...
Huh? All of them?
Then, the birth of the Hilly Churls, the rules of Natlan...
Yes. Even a god's love for
What?
The Tsaritsa has always... If she can seize their authority, look forward to it. Though the ordinary people of Snezhnayaaa, we all believe.
Paimon really doesn't remember!
Allow me to explain. It's because she comes from...
Paimon?
Oh, right. I was blinded by anger early.
As you know, the lunar fragments and nod cry were but the first application of this technology. I used this technology upon the heavens, and the response I received. I presented her to the Vinster King, but Paimon then took up temporary residence in my palace.
Wait, Paimon's a little confused. But Paimon...
Having lived through the cataclysm, perhaps you too were burdened.
But it's not just your memories from Conria. What was Paimon like back in Conria?
Unfortunately, when you arrived in during the time you lived in Conria, your personality was no different from how it is now.
Aw, man! Paimon's planned to get her memories back and become super... even though Paimon lost her memories.
On the contrary. But now, as I see it, it is as if you are the only...
Noted. But, Traveler? Even though you know Paimon's some creation of Celestia now, you still want her, right? Oh, phew!
Thank you for telling me so much.
Given the circumstances,
Allies?
to advance Project Mistleton, we must first resolve
That's right.
against an opponent of this caliber.
You're going to challenge the ruler of death? Just for Paimon? Thank you. Oh, thank you.
The Tsaritsa will return in triumph in short order.
Got it. Thanks for your help with
there was just one other thing. Of course, Paimon knows.
Certainly, you...
Oh!
While the technology is not yet fully...
Oh!
Paimon?
Long story short, yep.
That's right.
It was thanks to you that my...
That actually really, you should be thinking this... Anyway, and now...
Ah, Director Chuganov, you're back. This is the preliminary plan. Our calculations in the...
That won't be necessary. Leave the energy for those who need it. Start preparing to halt production and lay off... Iskra.
Dear esteemed members of the Rokot, given the effects of Lelik's radical actions, considering that Lelik did what they did for the benefit of the people, Lelik will be suspended for a period of time. Depending on... The purpose of this notice is to remind even with Project Stooge's suspension, and we act only for the...
We act only for the greater glory and solidarity of our...
You mean for...
Just thinking out, I've never seen the
I never once thought I'd come here. But I understand everything now, Rosaline.
I've seen Spirit Seeker performed many times, including by your mother.
Why do you bring that up all of a sudden?
Even though the choreography is always identical, every dancer finds a way to make it her own.
So you actually want to talk to me about ballet?
I just think it would be a pity if the dance was lost to history. She didn't teach it to you, did she?
That was an unusually subtle taunt for you.
We embraced one another on the snow-swept plains, melting the ruthlessness of time. But when our bodies, in pieces, are cast to the winds, what of our love will remain behind?
Don't tell me you can't sing.
Shush. I understand her hatred. The Fatui robbed her of the life she should have had. I never opposed her dancing. Yet still I became an enemy of her ballet. I'll just keep my distance. Many despise me. I'm used to it.
You're certainly not one to shy away from confrontation. But children, they need a different approach.
I'm hardly the most maternal figure.
Yet, she is a child. In my experience, while a father commands authority, he must still yield to love. You should tell her what you think about her dancing. Odette will soon take the stage at the Korolyevsky Theater. This could be your chance.
Geonosis secured. It went smoothly. I'll be there. Have them send me an invitation.
Sadly, things didn't work out. Her final words are inside that block of ice.
This? Aren't these for monitoring her subordinates?
Not yours. This one isn't her witch's flame, but my two worlds' flames. The two worlds' flames can burn away memories. It was my parting gift to Rosaline.
If all goes to plan, she and I will both live to see the Tsaritsa succeed. I believe she'll find peace. But if anything happens to me, she needn't follow in my footsteps. The cryo-energy will fade away in time. Then the two worlds' flames will burn away all memories of the Fatui. She'll be free to dance. She deserves this.
I will handle the aftermath. The choice is yours, child.
Paimon's a creation of Celestia. And like you said, this doesn't have to change anything between us. You're not gonna just...
You've spent the last few days lying in bed and stuffing your face.
Says who? Paimon's as agile as ever. They don't call her White Floaty for nothing. Paimon originally wanted to check out the bookstore. Wait, they've got light novels from Yai Publishing House here too. Huh? And this is Paimon's favorite mystery story from Fontaine. The local Snezhnayaaa books look pretty interesting.
I thought you were in the mood for flying around.
Paimon can read while she flies. Hey, look at these two dolls. Which do you like better?
Oh, I thought we were only getting one.
There you are.
Hi, Mom will grab this, and then... Huh? 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 How many layers does this thing have? And what are you laughing at? A whole bunch of people are gathered over by the plaza. Hey, look! That looks like Tartaglia! Hey, Tartaglia!
I know that voice. Of course. If it isn't...
Yeah!
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Let me introduce you. This is my little sister, Tonya.
Hello, Tonya.
Hello, hello. Firstly, I'm really sorry about my brother. Sounds like he's caused you no end of trouble.
Hey now, why'd you have to start with that?
So she's the real Tonya.
She said you two didn't manage to meet up at the theater. She waited ages for me, and when I didn't...
I know, right? He didn't bother to say a word to me.
I've been rushed off my feet lately, so I...
Well, the snow was bad, and you're never late. So...
I'm sorry, Tonya. I really am. I'll make it up to you somehow. Just... please don't tell Mom and Dad.
Although the mix-up led to a series of misunderstandings. Besides, it's obvious that Tartaglia isn't usually one to break a
No, it's fine.
I would say the best is yet to come.
Huh? What kind of review is that?
Hey, look!
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Is this an answer from this world? Add astro. Thank you for coming.